Hey guys, welcome to this video. In this session, we'll be covering some of the most important marketing books for entrepreneurs. Digital marketing is a field that will probably never go out of style, and thanks to this, there's always going to be people searching for new innovations and techniques to make the process easier, which means that alongside courses, tutorials, and your own work experience, you will need a little more to bring about true innovation. That's where marketing book comes in. So, let's ask the most important question probably on your mind. Why should I be reading these books? The marketing books that we are going to talk about here and the marketing books in general are a collection of data and experiences from Goliaths within the industry. These books provide a window to the time period they were written in and help you understand how marketing is still in some ways extremely similar to how things were back then, albeit with more technology nowadays. You will also soon see that the books that we revere the most when it comes to marketing are the ones that were written in the period of the early 60s to 90s. An era where the lives we live now would have been impossible to imagine. That's what makes these books so special. The time period and some of the methods may have changed, but the concepts and rules covered in these books have stood the test of time and are timeless. Let's now start with number 12, Contagious by Jenna Berger. A New York Times bestseller, this book is perfect for someone looking to understand how to spread ideas, increase brand awareness, or even to grow their customer base. It goes on to explain why certain ideas, products, and stories get shared and grow in popularity, why only certain emails and videos get forwarded, and much more. Contagious also goes into detail about the 6 basic principles that contribute to content becoming viral or contagious, from products, initiatives, YouTube videos, and more. It also provides actionable and specific techniques to spread information, designing messages, and more. Now, let's talk about Jenna Berger. He's a marketing professor at the Wharton School at the University of Pennsylvania. He's an expert in concepts like word of mouth, how consumer behavior can be influenced, how stories, ideas, and products catch on, and much more. He's also been a keynote speaker in several prominent events and consults companies like Google, Apple, Nike, and more. Now, let's have a look at number 11, Hooked by Nirayal. This book, called A Critical Work in the Field of Psychological Marketing, is one that delves into how habit-forming products can be built. Years of analyzing startups have led Nir to understand the customers can be influenced. This led to the creation of the Hook model. This book talks about how the Hook model, which is a 4-step process, can enable companies to subtly encourage particular customer behavior. It also provides practical insights into how the hook can be used to create user habits that will get them further hooked onto your product. The book also provides steps to create such a product. Finally, the book also provides examples as to how companies like iPhone, Twitter, and Pinterest hook their users. Now, let's talk about Nirayal. Starting off his career in the gaming and advertising industry, Nir created different techniques through which he could motivate and manipulate users. He also helps create behaviors that can benefit users while educating people to build healthy habits. He is also an active angel investor in companies like Canva, Everbright, Kahoot, and more. Now for number 10, we have The Conversion Code by Chris Smith. This book, recommended by digital marketing guru Neil Patel, is one that focuses on helping users to increase sales in this internet-driven era. It guides users on tips to perform online lead generation and inside sales. It also details the many ways companies can engage with their consumers, be it media, mobile apps, and blogs, and how to be effective at it. The book also focuses on leveraging the strengths of social media, apps, and blogs to capture more leads for less money. Like I mentioned earlier, the main focus in this book is to convert more internet leads into real-world prospects and sales appointments. Let's now talk about Chris Smith. He's a best-selling author and co-founder of a blog called Curator, which is a social media, digital marketing and coaching company. His work has been featured in a number of major publications like Adweek and Forbes. He's also an in-demand keynote speaker and is often on real estate industry lists as one of the most influential people within the industry. Next up, number 9, Designing Brand Entity by Alina Wheeler. Called a comprehensive, pragmatic, and easy to understand resource for brand builders by the global brand leader of Deloitte, this book mainly focuses on the fundamentals, processes, and case studies behind creating a brand. It covers more than 100 branding subjects, checklists, tools, and diagrams. The book also acts as a compendium for tools that can make the branding process a success and some of the best practices that will get you some inspiration. The book also has 50 case studies describing goals, processes, strategies, solutions, and results. Now, let's talk about the author Alina Wheeler. Alina Wheeler is a prominent speaker who guides teams with everything brand related, from brand fundamentals, processes, best practices, and much more. She's also been coaching business leaders and design consultancies and has worked with more than 100 companies within the private and public sector. Now, let's go to number 8. Get Scrappy by Nick Westergaard. Called a digital marketing bible by Publishers Weekly, this book helps smaller companies with lesser resources to develop powerhouse results. It also aims to help teams to think like underdogs and to leverage the right social networks and the appropriate digital marketing tools and to effectively reach people. It also focuses on integrating the marketing strategy across touchpoints for a unified brand experience, both online and off. Now let's talk about the author Nick Westergaard. Nick has helped brands grow, from small businesses, Fortune 500 companies, to President Obama's Jobs Council. He's also a regular contributor to the Harvard Business Review, US News and World Report, Entrepreneur, Forbes, Mashable, and more. He is also a member of the boards of the University of Iowa School of Journalism and Mass Communication, the Iowa City Area Chamber of Commerce and Film Scene. Next, we have number 7, How to Win Friends and Influence People in the Digital Age by Dale Carnegie. Published in 1936, the book has been number 8 on the list of the top checkouts of all time by the New York Public Library. Despite its age, the many concepts are still relevant and have been updated to fit modern requirements. The book lays out powerful and timeless principles of human communications that have impacted millions. The essentials of engagement, affirming what's good, connecting with core desires and other concepts are elaborated on. The book also explains how to make a lasting impression, to merit and maintain trust and how to lead change. Now, let's talk about Dale Carnegie. He's a writer and lecturer and the developer of courses dealing with self-improvement, salesmanship, corporate training, public speaking, interpersonal skills, and much more. By the time of Carnegie's death in 1955, his book had sold 5 million copies in 31 languages, and there had been 450,000 graduates of his Dale Carnegie Institute. Now for number 6, Positioning by Al Ries and Jack Trout. This book, released in 2001, called one of the most popular marketing books ever released, still keeps up with the current marketing landscape. It details how brands can make their product an industry leader. It explains strategies that can capture a large market share and to build their strategies around the competitors' weaknesses. also helps to analyze and incorporate data from trends. Now, let's talk about Al Ries and Jack Trout. Al Ries is an author and marketing professional credited with resurrecting the idea of positioning in marketing. Jack Trout was a marketer who was one of the founders and pioneers of marketing warfare theory and positioning theory. Next, for number 5, Epic Content Marketing by Joe Pulizzi. This book, called one of Fortune magazine's top 5 business book must-reads, explains how to attract customers and lead them to your businesses by creating relevant content. The book helps determine what your brand's content niche is and what you need to do to keep their attention. The book can help discover and develop your content marketing mission statement and to set up a process to create and curate content. It also explains how to leverage social media and email channels to create and grow your audience. Now, let's talk about Joe Pulizzi. He's an author and an authority when it comes to content marketing. He founded the Content Marketing Institute and launched several events, one among them being Content Marketing World. He also won the 2014 John Caldwell Lifetime Achievement Award by the Content Council. Next up, we have number 4, Crushing It by Gary Vaynerchuk. A New York Times bestseller, this book helps people build a personal brand and how to achieve their goals. The book explains the many ways social media platforms can be taken advantage of by organizations to make a personal brand for themselves. It provides tricks and tweaks to enhance these strategies. It also provides tactical and theoretical advice on how to become a star on social media and podcast services. It also details examples from real-life scenarios and how they were handled. Let's talk about Gary Vaynerchuk. He's an investor and advisor for several startups across the world. He's also an expert on Fortune 500 companies. He also runs VaynerMedia, a digital marketing agency that helps companies like GE, PepsiCo, Hasbro, the New York Jets, and more. Now for number 3, Ogilvy on Advertising by David Ogilvy. This book, written by David Ogilvy, who was known as the most sought-after wizard in the industry by Time magazine, was released in 1983. This consists of concepts that remain valid to this day. It covers a number of different facets of advertising and covers the 4 foundational principles of advertising. It also covers the author's experiences working with many prominent brands of the era. Let's take a look at David Ogilvy. He was a British advertising tycoon and the founder of Ogilvy and Mather. He was called the father of advertising. He introduced the concept of branding to advertising and focused on the importance of the creative copy and campaign themes. Now, for number 2, The 22 Immutable Laws of Marketing by Al Ries and Jack Trout. This book covers 22 innovative rules that help with understanding and succeeding in an international marketplace. The book provides insight into several concepts that are still relevant today. It also details 22 superlative tools and innovative techniques for the international marketplace. And now, for number 1, Scientific Advertising by Claude C. Hopkins. This book, released in 1923, has been cited as the must-read book by several advertising personalities like David Ogilvy, Gary Halbert, and Jay Abraham. It's credited with providing the original description for split testing and coupon-based customer tracking and loyalty programs. It also details an advertising approach that ensures reduced losses from unsuccessful ads and gains from profitable ads are multiplied. Now, let's talk about the author Claude C. Hopkins. He was known as an advertising pioneer and was known as a leader in the creation and development of modern-day consumer brand advertising and direct response marketing. He was inducted into the Advertising Hall of Fame in 1957. And there we go, that's our list. Here's your reminder to subscribe to our channel and click on the bell icon to stay updated on tutorials, live sessions, and the latest technologies. And with that, we have reached the end of this video. I hope you found this informative and helpful. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for more from Simplilearn.
Hi there, if you like this video, subscribe to the Simplilearn YouTube channel and click here to watch similar videos. To nerd up and get certified, click here.